So my belief has been that I was very lucky. I was very lucky that friends like you put their hand on my head, and I was so-called in the normal world's definition professionally successful. I believe the belly of India deserves a similar experience. The tragedy of the country is that, and I joke sometimes that Indian students go through 15 years of educational abuse. And then they come to universities and people believe that there'll be a magic wand that, they'll put over them and they'll become super successful. So while, yes, we're a powerhouse for education, yes, we've got the likes of CEOs emanating out of India, but what I call the belly of India, students who go to smaller towns, tier two towns, tier three towns, and probably score between 60 to 80% marks. Think about it. Well, marks are not a correlation to success, but if you're a student who's a middle class, son of a middle or a daughter of a middle class parent, and studies in a small town, your chances are very limited. What do? You won't get into the mighty IITs, and then the quality of education dips very, very strongly. And that's the passion that I have. And the passion is, how do we transform this belly of India, the masses of India? And how do we give great education to these masses of the country? So my father actually started the Shulani endeavor. And I was very actively involved in it for the first 4 or 5 years. I was still working at Oliver Wyman, which is the third largest consultant in the world. And one day the thought struck me, I cannot make rich people richer anymore. And bingo, I think that's when I said, I have to get into education. I have to teach. I have a very different sense of education, Namra, a different perspective of education. I believe if you want to become an entrepreneur in education, or an edupreneur, as you guys call it, you need to have a not-for-profit bent of mind. You shouldn't be doing it for money. You should be doing it for a broader social cause. And for me today, I have very little money left. Whatever I have, I'm very proud to say I've donated it to Shulani. But I've never been happier. Every time a student comes to me and says, "Sir, you've changed my life," I think that's the most exciting, service that I would have given. That's the most exciting thing that I would have done, rather than make big corporate houses richer. I think making the belly of India successful, making students who otherwise wouldn't have got the experience successful, I think that's something which is my passion.